it would be hilarious if this video actually makes me money. But this one is not about how you will make 20k a month with AI working an hour a day. It's about hallucinations, NoteBookLM hallucinations. NoteBookLM is AI-powered note-taking and research tool developed by Google. And it can make a podcast from text, video, or blogs that you provide. If you hear two people diving deep into a topic, there's a great chance that it was made with NoteBookLM. Don't get me wrong, it's fascinating and scary that you can click a few times and in 5 minutes you have two people that don't exist talking about your work. It's just funny how much they hallucinated, probably over 90%. You can click the link in the description to check out the blog and see how much they missed. Let's dive deep into this topic.
Want to capture the magic of Plitvice Lakes with your camera?
More than just, snapshots.
Right, exactly. Photos that really do this natural wonder justice. You've come to the right place. We're diving deep, no pun intended, into some serious photography advice today.
And we found this guide on Peak D. It's not just about, pretty pictures. It's more about, understanding what makes Plitvice so special.
The how and the why behind those incredible photos.
Like the way light interacts with the waterfalls creates those amazing turquoise hues.
Oh, and the texture of the water, especially as it cascades down those...
Cascades, yeah, that's the stuff. Capturing that interplay of light and water, that's where the real magic is.
Absolutely. And speaking of light, this guide, it really emphasizes shooting during the golden hours.
Golden hours, right.
That time right after sunrise, and then again before sunset. They say the light's softer, warmer, creates almost like a magical feel. Have you found that to be true in your own photography?
Oh, 100%. I mean, the light during those hours, it's just, it's got this ethereal quality. Really hard to replicate any other time of day.
Yeah.
And because the sun's lower, you get those long, dramatic shadows.
Yeah.
Just adds so much depth.
Makes your photos pop. Now, the guide also mentions that light changes throughout the day at Plitvice.
Oh yeah, it's always shifting.
Right. And depending on the time of day, certain areas will be lit better than others. So they recommend really taking your time, exploring the trails, checking out different viewpoints to find those sweet spots.
That's actually a really good point because it's so easy to get caught up. You want to see everything, right?
Right, you're on a schedule.
Exactly. But taking your time, it lets you actually see how the light's hitting everything. Yeah. Helps you plan your shots.
Compose the image in your mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I did find this one part a little interesting. This guide talks about using a polarizing filter.
A polarizer.
Yeah, to, cut down on glare and enhance the colors of the water foliage. What are your thoughts on using those?
Honestly, a polarizer it's essential, especially in a place like Plitvice, where water's the main event.
Right.
Not only does it reduce that glare, but it makes the colors unbelievably vibrant.
Really makes them pop.
You wouldn't believe the difference,
Yeah.
especially for bringing out those turquoise tones in the water, night and day.
Okay, so we've got the light, we've got our handy polarizer. What about composition? Any tips from the guide on how to best frame those epic Plitvice shots?
They talk a lot about using natural frames, use trees, rock formations, anything to kind of draw the viewer's eye to your subject.
Okay, interesting.
And don't be afraid to experiment with angles. Get low to the ground, climb up high.
Get a different perspective.
Exactly.
It's almost like the landscape itself is guiding your photography.
There you go.
Yeah.
And remember, the way we experience a place, it's different from how we photograph it.
Right. Interesting point.
So don't be afraid to get a little creative. Capture your own unique perspective.
Such great advice. So it's clear, capturing the beauty of Plitvice, it's more than just, point and shoot.
Way more.
It takes an understanding of light.
Composition.
And really understanding those unique elements of this location.
Totally. Makes you think about how to, translate a feeling, your own experience, into a photo that'll, captivate someone.
That's a great point to leave you with.
Yeah.
And if this glimpse into Plitvice and all these photography tips have inspired you to learn more, we've got links to some great resources, including that guide we talked about down in the show notes.
Definitely check it out.
Until next time, keep exploring.